Welcome to Wrestle Capsule. I'm your host, B. Today we're going to be talking about Night of Champions. What was interesting to me was the fact that the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth freaking Rollins and AJ Styles was the first match to start off the premium live event. If it were me, I would have put this a little bit further down on the match card. We could have started off with the SmackDown Women's Championship match because we gonna get into that. On the other hand, I can kind of understand why they started off with Seth and AJ because it really set the tone. I don't know about y'all, but that match itself got me super hopeful and excited for Night of Champions because AJ Styles and Seth freaking Rollins did a phenomenal job. You can get that phenomenal job. Anyway, now we all knew that Seth freaking Rollins was going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, there were some people out there that were just like, I want AJ to win. Okay. I would have been fine with AJ winning, but I've already talked about this on my channel before about how it just wouldn't have made sense. But man, there were some times where I was just like, is AJ about to get this? And I could tell within the first few minutes of this match, it was definitely back and forth between these two men. It was so competitive, and what I love the most about this match overall is the fact that WWE packaged this, like presenting it to us at Night of Champions. They packaged this match, this championship match, so nicely to the point where I forgot that this was a mid-level storyline between these two men. And quite honestly, I had no doubt in my mind that this match was going to be amazing. Now, I was a little worried when Rollins landed on his knee really hard. I was just like, oh gosh, this was the moment where I was like, wait, is AJ about to take advantage of this and get this championship? I'm telling you, this match gave so much like main event vibes when Seth freaking Rollins countered AJ Styles' phenomenal forearm with that super kick, and then he tried to do the stomp, but I mean his knee kind of buckled because it was all freaked up. But then Seth hit the pedigree, and then he was able to hit the stomp and pin for the 1, 2, 3 and get the World Heavyweight Championship. And Triple H presenting Seth Rollins with the belt in the end was just the icing on the cake. The grudge match between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. The build-up. Oh my goodness. Trish throwing shade. Becky Lynch throwing shade. The betrayal. The everything. Trish and Becky making me believe that these two hated each other. Like even within the match, these two, they were getting dirty, especially Trish. Trish was grabbing this woman's hair, and I'm just like, Trish, you gonna rip out this woman's tracks. Trish was getting Becky. I was just like, oh my gosh, is Becky about to lose this match? It was smeshy. It was so good. The dramatics. There were some botches, but they were so small that they did not take away from the overall match. The surprise appearance of Zoe Stark, and she hit Becky Lynch with her finisher and just rolled her, just passed her to Trish, and Trish was able to pin Becky for the 1, 2, 3 and win the match. So Trish enlisted Zoe and has some enforcements. Now they're going to continue with this storyline between these two, and I mean, I'm for it. Now you add on a Zoe Stark. I'm glad that they have her doing something. I don't know if Becky's going to have to enlist someone to be with her. Is there going to be some sort of like tag team match, or is Zoe just gonna be on the side making sure Trish get that W? Like, I don't know, but I oh my gosh, this is crazy. Now, I wasn't expecting to enjoy the Intercontinental Championship match as much as I did. Gunther and Mustafa Ali, I feel like even though this match was not long, it was so jam-packed with moves from both competitors that it made it feel longer. And I mean, despite the length of the match and me knowing inevitably that Gunther was going to retain the IC title, I still enjoyed it, and I love what they put behind Mustafa Ali. Saudi Arabia was so behind this man. Great job making him look like an underdog. And I like the contrast between these two men. You have Mustafa Ali, who is a high flyer. He's super quick, and he was using that to his advantage for the time being. At some point, Gunther was just like, Get that. He smacked the shiznit out of Ali. I don't know who is going to take this championship from Gunther, but when this person does, it's going to be monumental. And then Ali did the freaking tornado DDT, but when he tried to do it at 450, it didn't work. Gunther drop kicked this man into the corner, freaked him out. Gunther powerbombed this man, and once he did that powerbomb, I was just like, it's done. The joy in my heart cannot be contained. I'm not wearing my Asuka shirt today because I already did it for WrestleMania, but I mean, I need to get more Asuka shirts. Asuka winning the Raw Women's Championship. I did not think this woman was going to win. I wanted her to win. Last time they had their championship match, and Asuka lost. I was at WrestleMania. I could not fully recover from that. I was looking at Twitter, and there were people out there who were so mad. They were just like, this is how you're gonna do Bianca Belair, who was the champion for over 400 days? Hashtag Bianca Belair deserves better. What? Stop. Y'all 3 much right now. And the reason why I say that is because this woman, I mean, you said so yourself. She's had over 400 days of being champion. It's amazing. That is an amazing feat, and no one can take that from her. And even how Bianca Belair lost her belt, it wasn't because Asuka was able to overpower her per se. It was because Asuka used her wilds and was clever and used what she had to her advantage. She used this. When she tried to spit the mist on Bianca, she didn't get it. So then she used the mist in the mouth and then blinded her when Bianca was going to hit Asuka with the KOD, and it didn't work. She and then she was able to take advantage of it. Murder Clown, the soft version of the Murder Clown, Asuka, okay? So, I mean, that makes sense to me. If you're mad about that, like, come on. Y'all just want something to be mad about. Like, when I realized, and I might get on a little rant real quick, what I realized about the IWC, they will never be satisfied. Even if they did it differently for Asuka to win, they still wouldn't have been satisfied. There still would have been something that they would be complaining about. So in regards to that, whatever. I'm happy Asuka won. I don't feel like this took anything away from Bianca Belair. These two were going at it. I loved it. I loved the facial expressions that Bianca was doing. I love the slyness of Asuka giving no F's, being like snippy even with the referee. The overall storytelling that these two were doing was great. These two have built up a chemistry with one another that I enjoy in the ring. Like, I've gotten to the point where I enjoy these two having a feud with one another, because like I said before in previous videos on my channel, Asuka has added something to Bianca Belair. Like, she's pulling something from her that we have not seen since NXT, dare I say. I need to protect my championship, my reign, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Whatever it took was not good enough, y'all. Asuka outsmarted Bianca Belair, and she was able to pin for the 1, 2, 3 to gain the Raw Women's Championship. Now, moving along to the other Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship match between our champion Rhea Ripley versus the Queen of Hearts, Natalya. What the hell was that? Not only did this woman lose in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, when I think she was one of the first women in WWE to have a match in Saudi Arabia, and I believe it was against Lacey Evans. So this is huge for Natalya, and it was on her birthday, and she lost against Rhea Ripley. This was nothing. This came out of thin air with these two having a match. Dare I say this was a squash match? Like, this thing was so quick. Yes, this made Rhea Ripley look dominant. Okay, but at the cost of making the Queen of Hearts look like trash. Like, it seemed pointless. This match legit seemed pointless to me. And this makes me even more pissed off. Not only for how it made Natalya look, but how it made Rhea Ripley look. Rhea Ripley won this SmackDown Women's Championship. She won it at WrestleMania against the Queen. Charlotte Flair in what I would say one of my favorite matches this year of WrestleMania. Charlotte finally being able to put over someone to pass the torch. It was monumental. Charlotte didn't get a chance to do that until then. Even with Backlash, the match that she had with Zelina Vega, I wish it would have went longer, but it was great because it made Rhea Ripley look dominant, but then it also gave an opportunity for Zelina Vega to shine in Puerto Rico where all her peeps at. Then you fast forward to this match with Natalya and Night of Champions for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing with Rhea Ripley? WWE, are you legit trying to piss on the SmackDown Women's Championship? The piss on the SmackDown brand? Rhea Ripley is a great champion, and she's powerful, and she's great on the mic, great in the ring. Like, she's another one of my favorites aside from Asuka. I mean, I got that shirt. Now we get to Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. I have so many things to say about this match. First and foremost, let me just say that I applaud Cody Rhodes in his selling and acting skills. Like, this man comes out with a cast, and I mean, you can hear, I don't remember if it was Corey Graves or Michael Cole, but one of them was talking about how, Cody Rhodes, he's coming out, his cast is made of titanium and all this junk, and I'm just like, okay, now I can tell that they're building this up because clearly Cody Rhodes is going to be using this as a weapon because that's all he has. He's going into this match in Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions, with an injured arm. Okay, that Brock Lesnar did prior to this Premium Live event match. So that's in my mind. I'm taking into account of that. And the way that Brock Lesnar was chasing after this man and Cody Rhodes was trying to dip and dive and be fast and stuff. Eventually, the Beast Incarnate caught that man and do a belly-to-belly suplex. So Cody Rhodes started using that cast to his benefit. He was hitting this man on the head. This man better not win this match. I wouldn't have not believed it if Cody Rhodes would have won this match. The fact that Brock Lesnar won made sense. But the bone that I have to pick with WWE, clearly they're playing that Cody Rhodes' arm is broken. It's effed up. I mean, they got a damn titanium cast on it, right? When Brock Lesnar put Cody Rhodes the first time in the Kimura lock, and he was making sure this man could not escape, like ringing that sucker. And there are a few times that he, it looked like he was passing out, and I thought the referee was going, ring that bell, it's done, Brock Lesnar won. No, this man kept going, like the strength, people, the crowd's going for Cody. And like, I don't know what superhero powers that Cody Rhodes channeled, but this to me was kind of hard to believe. Yeah, your arm's broken, right? And you're getting in a Kimura lock with the Beast Incarnate, this man who is super effing strong, probably stronger than you. He is stronger than you. He can F5 you like a feather, and you can hold on. Like, you able to get out of this? Like, you were able to even grab for the rope to get a rope, like. The fact that they were trying to make Cody Rhodes look like a superhero. But at the same time, like I said, the ending of this match made sense because, I mean, even though Cody got out of it, when Lesnar put that man back into the Kimura lock, he couldn't do it. Cody couldn't hold on. He gave up. He gave it up. I am trying to figure out what WWE is trying to do with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. It's starting to feel like, to me now, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. I love to hear. I feel like at this point, WWE is just keeping Cody Rhodes busy. Brock Lesnar is a painful distraction for Cody Rhodes, keeping the tribal chief Roman Reigns away with the 2 belts for now, just to give it some space, give it some time to breathe. Brock Lesnar is the wall that just seems so hard to break down. And even though I wouldn't say this was the match of the year, it still served its purpose. Now, the last match of the night, for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. So, we got our champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and the Enforcer, Solo Sikoa. I was afraid that the Tribal Chief and Solo Sikoa were going to grab these belts. I do not need the Tribal Chief to have for champion. Like, I can't. And it took a while for the match to actually start because the crowd was going Sami. Kevin came out first, and it was Roman Reigns, and then, Kevin Owens tagged Sami in and switched it up, and then, freaking Roman Reigns playing tag, and then he tags in solo. It was all this before the match actually started. But when it did, it started. I was fully engaged in this mode. Roman Reigns was just allowing Solo Sikoa to do most of the work, do the brunt of the work, and then him doing the occasional, let me do a distraction, let me attack you real quick when the referee ain't watching. Like, it was the petty-ish that Roman Reigns does to get in the mind of his opponents. And then when it actually was Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns in the ring, like, Roman gave no F's. There was no remorse. You wouldn't have even thought that at one point they were allies to one another because Roman was effing this man. And it makes sense. It makes total sense that overall this match, the pace of it was slow compared to the other matches that we've seen on the card, because this is one of the biggest storylines in WWE right now. And these men are telling a story, especially Sami, Kevin, and Roman. Then you got Roman Reigns spearing the referee by mistake. Then you got Jimmy and Jay coming out of nowhere attacking Kevin Owens on ringside. And I'm like, y'all was not supposed to be in Saudi. Why are you? Y'all wasn't supposed to be here. And then the Usos getting in the way, and then them by accident super kicking Solo Sikoa, because originally they were trying to kick Sami, but Sami was with the quickness, and they kicked Solo. And I'm just like, oh God. I was like, oh shit. Roman Reigns doing his usual. He mushing his cousins, disrespecting his cousins, belittling his cousins. He mad pissed. When Jimmy Uso kicked the shiznit out of Roman Reigns, he kicked him. And then not only that, he kicked him again. And in the midst of all this, Jay's freaking out. He's like, man, you don't do it. Like, he's trying to talk sense into Jimmy. Jimmy ain't giving no ifs. He don't give 2-3 damns. With all this distracting going on, a new referee finally comes back. And I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were able to capitalize on this and pin Solo for the 1-2-3, and it's done. Like, no remorse in the eyes of Jimmy. And Jay is just feeling the same way he felt at the Royal Rumble when Sami Zayn bust Roman Reigns in the back with the steel chair. Like, I feel like he was having deja vu. He was getting re-traumatized again. What does this mean? Like, I'm assuming that now that Jimmy Uso is he big time now. He didn't kick the tribal chief twice. He said himself on SmackDown, I am the tribal chief. Like, he acting like he is the tribal chief. So is there a Jimmy Uso versus a Roman Reigns coming match? Like, is this match going to happen? Because it's looking like it. I'm going through it. Where do we go from here with this celebration on SmackDown for, 1,000 days being champion? What is going to pop off? So guys, let me know what you thought about Night of Champions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.